Happy Friday. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you are feeling well and experiencing vibrance and fun in your life. So I wanted to hop on for a few minutes and just chat with you about the big week that we have cosmically coming up next week. So as you probably know, as a shamanic teacher and practitioner, I am very in tune with nature and very in tune with the shifts that are happening in nature. And I work with people to help them come more in tune with these shifts as well, because it's really a unique and individual relationship. So we all have a relationship with nature, and it's although there are common themes for all of humanity, we also have a very unique gift and a very unique relationship with the energy of nature. So when I use the term nature, at least in this video, what I'm talking about is the spark of life, or the creation energy that exists here on our planet and with each one of us. So it is that that momentum, or that vibrancy within the planet that stimulates growth. And so on Monday, the 20th, we have a full moon, and that full moon is in Pisces. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more about fall equinox, which is on Wednesday. So both Monday and Wednesday, we have these really big impulses or influxes of energy to our planet. And when the energy comes into our planet, or the energy aligns cosmically, it flows down and impacts everything, every one of us that is on the planet. So it just makes sense that that vibration reverberates outward and impacts all of us. And so, you might be aware that on the full moon, often emotions are high. We become more sensitive. And this particular full moon may be the full moon that creates the greatest sensitivity among us out of all of them in 2021. So be prepared for that. If you have a teenage girl at home, then you hang on, because the emotions might be running higher, might be a little more intense. And, for each of us, it may be pretty intense as well. So many of you know, or you might have seen my previous video last week, and I'm just coming out of a fabulous 5 to 7 days of pretty significant vertigo and brain fog, heaviness, density feeling in my physical body. And I came to find out that about 85% of my clients that I've seen and spoken to this week have been experiencing much of the same thing, which is great confirmation to me that it is an energy shift. It is our biological terrain within our bodies that is trying to align with the energetic impulses that are coming into the planet. So it just doesn't happen at full moon or new moon, or at these critical shifts or pivots in our throughout the year, but it's been happening a lot. There's an acceleration that's happening on the planet. You might notice time seems to move very swiftly, more often than not. This is one of those characteristics that we can identify with that shows this acceleration. And again, part of the influx of energy is about an upgrade to our biological system. It's about being able to experience and sustain and integrate higher vibrational energy coming in. This intelligence in energy that's coming forward to us and really helping us to be more transparent, more connected to the divine, more connected to our own intuitive gifts, and more expansive in what we can attune to or we can take in. But our actual physical body, our actual physical planet, visually is changing, and you might be able to perceive it, maybe not. If you haven't yet, I'm going to invite you to tune into it. Favorite times to kind of look out at the and in nature, look at the same landscape every day, every morning, or maybe every afternoon around dusk. And those are times when the veil between the physical world and the spiritual world or the energetic world is thinner. And so we might be able to perceive or sense changes a little more readily during that time. But if you've been feeling physical symptoms, then rest assured the full moon and or the equinox, I'm hoping, will help to shift that and clear that out of the way. So the full moon, again on Monday, is a great time for us to really focus in and hone in on what it is that we want to release. What do we want to let go of? What is spirit and the universe and our lives organizing or helping us to organize so that we can move beyond that threshold? We can package it up and transmute it out into nature so that it can move on with its evolutionary process, and we can be free of it. So there's a lot of baggage, a lot of beliefs, a lot of feelings and emotions and responsibilities that we tend to carry along with us that really aren't ours, and they're not serving us in a positive light. And this full moon has the potential to really shift us or create a momentum to push us into more light or into more joy. It has a ring of positivity to it. And so if we can shift our focus to that positivity, be in gratitude, look around in your life and ask to be shown the things that you can tap into that help you feel safe and secure and joyful and passionate and happy, whether that is your career or your job, wherever it happens to land. And then equally so, sit in that space and take an inventory of what is the thing in your life that perhaps is causing you the greatest frustration with, and be open to the possibility of letting some of that go, allowing the light to come in on that full moon, to shift that, to dismantle it for you, to bring in different opportunity, or to at least make room so that those new opportunities can come in. Remember, when we dismantle things, sometimes it can be messy, so be patient. And again, stay rooted and grounded as much as you can into Mother Earth, into the positivity of things. So even when things might look unsettled or difficult, we want to make sure that we are, we're tuning in and staying in that positivity. Now, with equinox on Wednesday, fall equinox is the start of nature's brand new year. So from a four direction standpoint, it's interesting because we step into the emotional aspects. We step into that shadow aspect, and we tend to find ourselves going inward between now and the solstice, right? It gets darker and darker and darker until we hit solstice in December, when that light shines again and we start to see a renewal of light. So at the same time, at the point of fall equinox, we have this burst of energy that gets released out into the soil all throughout our planet, and it renews and it rejuvenates and it refreshes. And so we have these 2 days back to back this week that are all about shifting us into positivity and creating momentum behind those projects that we deeply are connected to, or that we've been wanting and feeling into for a long time. So as much as you can, keep and hold the awareness around this positivity, around the things that you deeply desire, and work with that light that's coming in as much as you possibly can. Some of the great ways that you can do that is to engage in activities that you enjoy, spend time outside, breathing in the fresh air, placing your hands and your bottom and your feet on Mother Earth, allowing that energy to just move throughout your body as you do. Drink lots of clean, fresh water. Stay nice and hydrated. We want our electrical systems to be functioning and working well. And when we stay hydrated, then that electrical system can work better and more efficiently. So hopefully these tips have been helpful. The insight has been helpful for you. Hopefully, if you are feeling a little bit uncomfortable or have been feeling uncomfortable with the acceleration that's been happening at the beginning of this month, hopefully the equinox and the full moon will bring you a little bit of relief and a little bit of solace, a little bit of rest, because certainly one of the other things that I'm seeing is a challenge with sleeping at night. The energy is working us and organizing us so that we can hold more light. And so if you are struggling with these areas, hang on. It's okay. Most of us are, and it's because there's a lot of shifts happening, whereas it used to be that we had 1 or 2 shifts going on at one time. Now we have a full body engaged in these bioenergetic shifts that are happening, so that we can really hold different perceptions and see things from different perspectives and hold more space for healing on this planet. So hopefully that's helpful. Have an amazing weekend. Do something you love doing. Engage in those activities that really feed your soul and your heart. And know that I'm thinking of you. Be well.